Hi, it's Liz. And I was thinking about, as somebody who has been in an abusive relationship since uh, December of 2013 and trying to get out of that abusive relationship since before my kid was born in 2017. Um, and I have been, asking my family and my friends, I used to ask my family and my friends for help, and I still do ask. I survive on mutual aid, so I still do, I depend on help. But my point is, I have been saying I'm being abused and I need help. For my kid is 8 years old. She's going to be 9 in November. And my family just they knew. I mean, they were in on it. Now I know, but before I realized that, they were just like watching, pretending to be supportive, but not really being supportive. The same with my friends and my community, and I want to talk about this expectation that we have of people enduring poverty and enduring abuse and healing from that abuse while still experiencing other abuse, and this expectation of me that I'm supposed to pick myself up by my bootstraps and get my life back on track from below the baseline with absolutely zero help. And someone else do the math and get it, and what? It's just one of these absurdities of this society that we just take as commonplace. Like, we just think, oh yeah, well, they'll figure it out. How? Like, and I understand, well, get a job, okay, I have a weird co-parenting schedule, and I don't have any childcare help, and I haven't been able to afford gas for years, and now I can't even drive my car because it's not like I don't have insurance, and my insurance, my registration is 2 years out of date, and I've been trying to, sell magnets and crowdfund or whatever for that, and I can't, it's not the, and I'm not done trying, I'm simply stating facts. And the reason that I'm stating these facts and pointing these things out is because I want y'all to wake up. I want your compassion to turn back on. I want your empathy to turn back on, and I want it to turn back on in a way that affects your behavior. People with resources have the lowest expectations on them in terms of their contributions to society and to their own lives, while people with zero resources, zero help, and zero support are expected to just, well, babe, you just got to figure it out. You've just got to create your own miracle and do it. And I'd also like to point out that I picked myself up by my bootstraps multiple times, and I was literally kicked in the teeth and shoved back into the water of manufactured poverty. I've done it. I've done the impossible more than once, and I've been punished for it. We don't help people in this society. We lurk. We have terms we hear these stories about this, single mom overcomes poverty and gets back on her feet, blah, 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 blah. First of all, that's not a happy story, because she was never supposed to be in that situation in the first place. And second of all, now we just say, well, if she can't do that, then she shouldn't have had kids, or she shouldn't be alive, or that's not my problem. That's not, she should just, she should have never had kids. It's a little late for that. The kid's here. And also we live in a world that's full of lies and manipulation and coercion. People are manipulated into having children by their families and then abandoned by those same families. And everybody's like, oh, it's like when a knife falls in the kitchen and everybody jumps back. Like, that's not I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it. That's not my problem. That's not my problem. Yes, the fuck it is. We're human beings living in a society. We are all each other's motherfucking problem. Sorry, not sorry. We like, I hear people say, like, if God were real, God can't be real because look at all this death and destruction. We are the death and destruction. We're supposed to help each other. God's not here because we won't allow God inside us. We won't act out of our heart space. We won't lead with compassion. We won't lead with kindness. That's why we live in hell, because we're little hellhounds. Selfish little consumer assholes. Not my problem. Not my problem. Not my problem. Okay. Enjoy colonialism, because that's what this is. Like, we don't want to be free. We don't want to have, nothing's our problem. We don't want to be free. We just want to judge. So, enjoy. And that's my Liz rant. Bye.